It's a busy time of year for a local tree company. They say several customers are calling in about gypsy moth caterpillars, but the state says the population of the insect could be on the decline. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now with the details. Brittany.
Olivia, there may be fewer gypsy moth caterpillars this year, but the state says there are still millions in the area. Here in Auburn, it isn't hard to find gypsy moth caterpillars eating leaves.
I'm looking for browsing on the leaves, and so there's a little bit of browsing, a little bit of chewing.
Gypsy moth caterpillar infestations are keeping Julian Reese busy. The Bartlett Tree Expert Manager says they're receiving 20 calls a day about the pest.
We've gotten to the point where we've had to turn away a lot of calls because it has been a really busy spring.
But despite a busy removal season, the number of caterpillars is down this year. The state's Department of Conservation and Recreation says they previously expected 2019 to be a devastating season.
We don't like to be wrong, but this is good to be wrong. We predicted this year was going to be extremely bad. We're actually not seeing that. Multiple factors. One is the weather. The weather has played a big part of that because it was a cool, wet spring. So the gypsy moth hatched out late.
Gypsy moth caterpillars most often feed on oak tree leaves. Forest Health Program Director Ken Gooch says multiple years of gypsy moth defoliation can kill trees.
The big problem is if you can go through 1 year of defoliation, maybe 2 years of defoliation, but if you start getting into a third year of defoliation in a row, it puts a lot of stress on the trees, a lot of harm to them. And you can get tree mortality, which is in some areas we are seeing quite a bit of tree mortality.
Reese treated these trees in Shrewsbury. He says residents have limited time left to protect their trees.
One of the greatest challenges is calling too late and the panic that causes.
Gypsy moth caterpillar is eating a good amount of this oak leaf here. Gooch says that the caterpillars will turn into moths in early July. Live in Auburn, Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.